Two bad teams face off on Sunday in Tampa when the 2-7 Falcons come to town to face the 1-8 Bucs. Atlanta a 1-point favorite on BETDAQ, 43.5 the total in this game. These two teams played a month ago. Falcons came out with a 31-23 win in Atlanta. But since then, the Falcons have dropped 3 straight games, all by 14 points or more. The Bucs, meanwhile, playing their best football of the season. They won their first game of the year last week over the Miami Dolphins. 2 weeks ago, they traveled to Seattle, nearly beat the Seahawks, who are one of the best teams in the NFL, before losing in overtime. So Tampa appears to have some momentum here, but it's still hard to trust this team with your money. After all, they lost their first 8 games this season. They are terrible offensively, 31st in the NFL, next to last in both total offense, meaning yards per game, and points per game. Only the Jacksonville Jaguars worse in both categories. Look, there's not much to like about the Falcons either. They're terrible defensively, 27th in the NFL in points allowed. They allow nearly 28 points per game. Their offense, even though they've been better than the defense, they have had serious turnover issues over the last few weeks. That offense has been decimated by injuries. They are starting to get a little healthier now. Roddy White is back in the fold. He came back last week and is supposedly healthier right now than he's been in 2 months. And Steven Jackson, the running back who was a major offseason acquisition from the St. Louis Rams, he's been bothered by a hamstring injury all year, but again, he is close to 100% now, and I do think the Bucs are going to see a lot of Steven Jackson in this game on Sunday. Now, Tampa does have an above-average defense, 15th in yards allowed, 14th in points allowed. So I do expect them to give the Atlanta offense some trouble. After all, it's not like the Falcons have been lighting up the scoreboard. They've only scored 10 points in each of their last 2 games. However, that Atlanta offense is probably the reason I do have a Falcons lean here. Listen, there's not much to like about either one of these teams, but at least Atlanta, part of their team, specifically part of their offense, is functional. They are 6th in the NFL in pass yards per game. Even though Matt Ryan has had some turnover issues here lately, he is still moving that offense. Tampa, on the other end, as we said, they are so bad offensively, starting a rookie quarterback. And the Falcons get one of their best defenders back this week, linebacker Sean Weatherspoon. He might be the most critical player on that Atlanta defense, so they might play a little better on that side of the ball than they have in recent weeks. Listen, I don't feel great about this game. This will definitely not be included amongst my best bets. Like I said, hard to really like either team. 2 really bad teams here. But I do have an Atlanta lean. I just think they're a little bit better. Certainly like their quarterback better than the rookie Mike Glennon. So I recommend an Atlanta bet in this situation, but again, not one of my favorite games.